Hi, welcome to Studio 122. I'm Spencer James Nelson, and here with me we have Ryan Ross, who is the Vice President of Administration and Counsel for Rose of Sharon. Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good today.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you find Rose of Sharon?
Well, I'm a 19-year-old sophomore from Dallas, and I transferred my freshman year in spring semester, and I found Rose of Sharon. I was at an organizations fair, just trying to find something to be involved in. And I saw the purple table, and I walked up, and they were just really, really nice. So I asked them about the organization, and they said they were a Christian women's ministry, and that really stood out to me because I didn't know a lot of college campuses had those. So I just started talking to them, and I just found I found women that love God like I love God, and that's how I got involved with it.
All right. And then what does Rose of Sharon stand for?
Rose of Sharon is Righteous Obedient Sisters for Eternity, and we're a Christian women's ministry on campus. So Righteous Obedient Sisters for Eternity.
Okay. And then how did it form at Texas A&M Commerce?
Well, our founder's name is Yolande Kayambe, and she already had the ministry at her church in Arlington, but she brought the idea to our now president, Miriam, and she was asking, hey, do you think this is something that college women would be interested in? Do you think it'll work? And I guess they tried it once and it stuck because we've been in ministry since October 2015.
Really?
Yes.
All right. And then what all do you do in Rose of Sharon? What's your typical meeting like?
Well, a typical exec board meeting, we have two meetings. This is the exec board meeting where we handle all the business, fundraising, what are we going to talk about, is everybody okay? And then we have our Rose of Sharon meetings, which it's kind of weird to think of it as a meeting. It's more of like a Bible study type fellowship thing. Like when you first walk in, there's all these girls and we're talking, where we do like an icebreaker just to get everybody comfortable, because sometimes it might be intimidating.
Right.
Just to come and we're going to talk about Jesus. But we want to break the ice, and then you go into the message. Somebody will bring a message and they'll speak for a little while, and then we open up the floor because we want girls to be able to talk to us, ask questions. Like, that's really how you learn. You ask questions and y'all talk about it. Yes.
All right. And then you said you were a transfer student, yes?
Yes.
So with being here for a year, you said?
Yes, it was a full year, yeah. So.
Okay. So with you being here for a year, how did you become an exec board in that, or become a member of exec board in that short amount of time?
Well, I was really involved in the Rose of Sharon when I first transferred the spring of 2016, and then about the fall of this year, I was talking to the girls and they were talking to me, but I didn't really know they were thinking about me. Like, you have to be, what's the word? When you nominated.
Nominated, yes.
Yes, you have to be. Y'all gotta cut that out. You gotta be nominated for the position. So what they're gonna do is they tell us to think about girls who we think would be good for an exec board position. So then they nominate you, and then they talk about it. They vote on it. Of course, they pray about it, and then they ask you. And so when I got asked, I just said yes, and that's how I got the position of Vice President of Administration and Counsel.
All right. And then how has Rose of Sharon impacted your life?
It's had a really good impact on my life. I was kind of shy before. I didn't really want to, I like to talk to people, but then again, I was kind of shy. So when I got here, there were all these women who were so nice. They're so welcoming, and we have a lot of things in common. Like, we're like-minded women. So I have all these women who I can talk to. There's all these like leaders that if you have a question, if you have a question in your faith, sometimes you don't always want to go to somebody at your church, or like sometimes you just don't know who to ask. So I ask questions. Like, I've grown in my faith with God. So it's just a really good organization, ministry to be a part of.
Right. If you're just now joining us in Studio 122, I'm Spencer James Nelson. We are here with Ryan Ross with Rose of Sharon. So Ryan, you are the Vice President of Administration and Counsel. What does that mean, and what does your job entail?
Well, my job entails Vice President of Administration and Council. I'm over a lot of the media that you see. So our Twitter page, our Instagram page, our live streams that a lot of people watch. If you miss a meeting, we stream our meetings live over Facebook. I'm filming those. Our YouTube live, dealing with any type of media for our conferences. I'm the media girl, basically.
Okay.
And the council, if there was ever a problem with one of the girls, that would be my job to like check in on her, see if she's okay, make sure we're constantly checking in on our girls, because we don't want anybody to be hurting and us not know it.
All right. And then Rose of Sharon has won Outstanding Campus Program of the Year twice.
Woo, yes.
How, as an organization, how does that make the organization feel, and how does that make you feel?
We're all incredibly proud. We put a lot of work into that conference. Everybody has a job. We all put our work into it. We were calling, seeing if we can get people to sing, get people to do this and that. So we're all incredibly proud, and we're very grateful to the campus for putting us in that. So it makes me feel, it feels amazing, because this is the first, I wasn't on the exec board the first time we won, but I was involved. So I knew about it. This is when I first joined. It was last year. So I first joined, and we had a conference, and I was volunteering. I was at the door welcoming people in, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't know the other people on the campus enjoyed it that much. So I just found out we won last year also. So that feels great that we love it, but other people on the campus enjoy our conferences. And this time that I was over the media, that was a really big deal for me, because that was my first time being in charge of a whole section of the conference. So it just feels great that it just all worked out in the end.
So now the question is, what is the future of Rose of Sharon looking like?
We're going to be doing big things.
Big things.
Big things. We're trying to get more involved in the campus. We're literally going to take the campus by storm. Once a month, instead of having a regular meeting in the student center, we're going to go outside the student center, and we're just going to set up a table. We're going to be handing out flyers, asking people, do you have any questions about God? We're really going to be evangelizing on the campus. We're going to be going to different programs. You might even see us in the club just hanging out, trying to get people to come to our meetings. We're not going to be as closed off.
And then Rose of Sharon, is this a women-specific organization, or is it co-ed?
Yes, guys, it is specifically for women, but at the very last meeting of the year, we are inviting guys. So that is this Wednesday. We're going to be inviting guys just so they can come in. But I do believe there is a men's ministry forming, like
Really?
a brother organization to us. I'm not sure what's going on with it yet, but there might be one in the coming.
All right. And then what would you tell somebody who is interested in joining Rose of Sharon?
I would say don't be scared. Just come to a meeting, see if you like it. We're very friendly, and we only want to help guide people to Jesus.
All right. And then do you all mix in with anybody else, like the BSM or any other campus ministries or anything like that?
Well, we do like 10. For our conferences, we do incorporate, there's a mime ministry that's held by a guy we know named Brandon. He comes to our conferences, and we have New Beginnings and Uniquely Binded perform at our conferences. So we all just kind of are around each other sometimes, but we're definitely going to be doing more mixing of the organizations in the future.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Ryan. We really do appreciate it. For everybody out there, this has been Studio 122. I'm Spencer James Nelson. Thanks for watching.